And we're live. It's Coding with Fire. I'm EJ.
I'm Ian.
And tonight we're gonna do some Vue Firebase stuff. I think every episode, if you're new to Coding with Fire, every episode we try and approach it like a cooking show and sort of get a new cool ingredient or a new technique and give it a try, and explore and find things out on our way towards cooking that thing or making that thing. And we sort of, we had a bunch of, I don't know, we had a ton of projects last month, but now that it's September, I think we're coming with some fresh energy, some new ideas, some bigger and better ideas. Want to get that higher viewer count, want to get some special guests. But I think tonight we're just sort of getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, it's one thing that I've enjoyed about the streams that we've done so far is that we typically find something that it just takes about an hour to make it, right? So you kind of know, we figure out these things that we want to build that we have a sense that using these techniques that we know about, we should be able to come like something cool will come out of it in an hour, right?
Yeah, well, we've been really lucky. I feel like that, like, I don't know. We don't always have a set plan, but we almost always, like, knock on wood, we almost always come out with something cool that I didn't really expect.
Yeah. Well, you have like I think a lot of these also start out with one of us saying like, "Hey, I was thinking about this," or "I've always wanted this a thing like that," and then we talk about what it would take to make it. So you brought up Firebase, right? One of our favorite um, tools
Well,
to
we've been using
use.
Firebase a lot. Like, we use Fire, like the starting screen, the background is Firebase controlled. Like, we've been plugging it into various random things as we create them. So it's like, to me, it's like some truffle salt or some really nice olive oil, right? Where you're just like, damn, this fucking olive oil is great. Like, you can take anything, you just put some of this olive oil on it, and it's dope. So that's kind of how I feel about Firebase. So the other thing is like there's a concept that I've been playing around with, and actually I was thinking about it more, and actually have a repo from like 3 or 4 years ago where I first made an attempt at this. But this idea of like making maps in real time of like marches or protests that are happening, as you watch them, as somebody who's like both been on the street and watched things like that online. And this summer has been, there's been more streams than a person can watch. The idea of trying to make a map in real time with Firebase seemed like a real easy, not easy, but like a good first prototype that a lot of things could be built on that we couldn't necessarily anticipate. Like, I think it's like a framework that you could go in a lot of different directions with. So that's what makes me excited about it.
Yeah, and I feel like with the Firebase prototypes that we've done so far, you kind of feel you get a sense of like, oh, okay, it's cool if you open this up or this kind of thing. So this is like a new dimension to open up in terms of like letting people place things or like manage stuff that's um, location based and quickly happening.
Yep. And that's what
Yeah.
Firebase is good at. And speaking of unlocking things, I'm gonna try and break you out. Like, we've all of our streams so far have been in Observable, which is like a great tool because it lets us sort of edit the same thing and prototype really quickly. But this thing that I want to build is kind of different. It's not a prototype necessarily. Like, it's actually a thing that, like, if you build it in Firebase in the way that I'm imagining, you can make it so that it's usable and deployable for real people, relatively quickly. So I do want to try and make it in a Vue app, like a command line Vue app, rather than an observable for this episode, which will be a Coding with Fire first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
And do you want to tell the people why we're looking at just my screen tonight?
Oh, yeah, because it's like 95 degrees here and that's not a typical
Your
thing. So
computer's
there's no
rebelling.
AC. My computer is too hot to get on to do video sharing. What are you talking about? And yeah, so
So you're just
I
along for the
have
ride.
to.
I'm in control tonight.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It'll be good because I haven't made a new Vue app since February, or yeah, I mean maybe a little bit later than that. I've been working the Carnegie Mellon project is in Svelte, which I've been really enjoying. Like that's a framework that I've heard a lot of good things about. I know the folks at Bloomberg Graphics have been using it a lot lately, and I don't know. I like using it a lot, but something about Vue, sort of similar to D3 in my mind, like it just hits my brain chemistry in the right place where I really like using it, and it just like, I think it's a good translation of my mental model 9 times out of 10, and especially Viewfire, which is like this Firebase plugin to Vue, which basically you just give it an a collection, right, which is like an object or a list of objects or whatever, and then it handles sending and receiving. So anytime you update that data element in your app, it automatically sends it to Firebase, and anytime it updates in Firebase, it automatically tells your app, and you don't have to do anything extra in your code to like send and receive those changes. Like you just have to sort of reference that shared object, and it works like fucking magic, dude. It's like super fun to use, and like you get really usable stuff really quickly. So I want to try. I feel like it's once we get these two elements in, like once we get like a base level Vue project initialized, and then we plug in Viewfire with the credentials, then I think we like upload it to GitHub, and I'll share it with you, and like the fucking world's our oyster. It's super easy to add. I think maybe get a Mapbox map in there, right? And then like a super basic interface to either click or like, yeah, I think just click, right? To add a point and add like some HTML to it or something like that, right?
Right.
All right, man. It's weird. I'm not
All
used
right.
to. I'm not used to driving. Let me finish up Joe Rogan time, and I'll get to work. I also during my August break, I every day I did typingclub.com, which is like a
Uh-huh.
typing test thing. So I'm getting my words per minute up. I'm learning my weird ergonomic keyboard. So I don't. I probably shouldn't have said that before all of this typing mistakes I'm about to make, but
Yeah, no, that's good though. It works out. You've been training for this moment.
I have been training for this moment. Just get ready. All right, so I think to start, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
So you can just do this fucking view create stuff. What's the name of our app? We'll call it like Firebase Map. That's not a very exciting name, is it? Seems fine. Oh god, I don't have Vue yet. Oh boy. All right, let's start from the back. So we'll do npm install global view /CLI. This is good because like this is like as if I was a totally new user. It's because I got my new iMac, which has never met Vue before apparently. So I
Nice.
guess we'll introduce them. But have you ever used the Vue CLI like scaffolding tool?
It has been a while if I have, and I
They
don't
made
think I
it dope.
used.
It has like
Yeah.
presets you can pick from. Like they have like a bunch of like they're like flavored. They're like, do you want do you want Vuex? Do you want to use Stylus? Do you want to use like? It's pretty dope.
Nice.
And then you can build up like your own custom pack, and then every time thereafter, they're like, do you want any of the flavors we left over? Do you want that custom pack you made last time? And you're like, duh, that custom shit I made last time. Are you joking, dude? So just do that forever and ever.
Nice. Nice.
It would be sick if it like asked you if you wanted to include Viewfire, like if that was a built-in thing. But I think we can do our job and just add one. All right. So what was I doing before? So I wanted to do Vue create Firebase map. Should I make my thing a little bigger, a little more readable? I'll move this guy over. Oops. Right, so now you get a few options. You get a default, you get Vue 3 preview. I don't want any of those. I want to pick my own stuff. So we're going to use Babel. I do want a router. Oh, whoop, how do you, oh, I guess no, I don't want 3. What have I done? I feel like it skipped ahead. All right, I'm going to start over because I broke everything, I guess.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
think what I did is I hit enter instead of spacebar. So I want to manually select features. And I want router, so I'm going to hit spacebar. Yes, and Vuex. And I guess we don't need unit testing or any of that. and I'm going to do 2. Apparently, I've done a little view 3, but why even try and wrap your head around it right now? Use history mode. I'm gonna go say no. No, thank you for that. Yes, lint with prettier, because we're normal professional adults. Lint on save. And package JSON. Save this as a project. Yes, EJ's custom UPack. Great. I'm never going to do this again, by the way. I'm just going to use that forever.
Nice.
So now it's making our little Firebase map view application. So in the meantime, I pulled up the docs for Viewfire, and they like describe how annoying it is to do what I was talking about before without it. And then they're like, or you could just include Viewfire and just bind it to your collection, because that is what we want to do. But the other thing I have to remember is how to get Firebase into a View app. Firebase View. Or maybe they tell you in their docs getting started. Oh, sick. Yeah, it tells you how to do both at once. Yeah, so I'll follow the Viewfire instructions just to get started.
Nice. And do you have a Firebase database that you like set up already?
Oh, buddy, I was really hoping that you had a Firebase database set up already, but we probably could if we want to just set up a new one just for funds, just because we don't want to have it touch all our other shit.
Yeah, also like to take folks through it.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. So I'll go to, what's the weird URL? It's like dashboard.firebase or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'd probably just like Google for it or something.
Dashboard.
Which I normally would do.
Listen, I forgive you. It's the California's on fire. Nothing works. I get it. All right, so I'm going to add a project. And what are we going to call this? Firebase map? It's not even taken? God, I'm fucking innovating. All right, Google Analytics.
No, I think it gave us like a weird name.
Uh-oh. No, it's called Firebase map.
Yeah, but let's see.
Firebase map.
Hopefully that's
I really feel like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice because it gives you like a thing that you copy paste, right? Like a big JSON config.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So it's like you don't have to. Yeah.
So web. What's my nickname? Firebase map. I'm super on it tonight in terms of naming things. Oh, it's gonna be all my credentials that nobody can see. Don't hack me.
You can always. I was thinking that I would just generate new credentials after the stream.
Oh, you're so smart. All right, do hack me. All right. Okay, I forget where you put this shit. Oh, this thing will tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna, now that I have my Firebase stuff provision that took like 30 seconds, I'm gonna npm install Viewfire and Firebase. I almost wrote Firebased, but that's a fucking cool name. Firebase is based. Okay, and I think you go in your app.store or something like that. Yeah, app.view. No, main.js. That's the one. So when you do your import view and new view, you like plug it in here with some magic. I should really make an env, huh? I don't know if I'll use it, but I'll make it so I remember later. Is there like a built-in way to get env variables in JavaScript? Like in a node thing?
Built-in ones? I don't think so. You can like load it from a file, so if you have
yeah, you have to like include a bunch of stuff, right?
Optional secrets. Yeah. Wait, no. Include something that's like process or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just pretty much probably just gonna paste it right into here. is what I'm thinking. Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
Incorrect. Here it is. Firebase config. There we go. So back to my documentation, getting started. So you import. Great. No, this is great. Let me just move it over so I can read the docs while I do it. So you import view, and then you import Firestore plugin. What a great name. From view fire. And then once a view exists, view.use Firestore.
Later, just setting up Firebase plugin.
Yep.
Nice. Firestore.
And then, all right, and then you make db.js, which does a bunch of cool stuff for you. db.js. We're just going to legit just take their whole jam out of it.
Nice.
Oh, and I got to fix my project ID. Initialize that.
I get that from the environment variables or something.
Okay, does it have app ID? That's different. Oh, project ID. Here we go. Great. It's that weird name that you told me that I would have. Should I put db? I'll put it in source. All right, and then main.js, and then let's give it a terminal. Let's bump up the size on this, right? Let's get everybody involved.
I think that's good. That
this one, this one, this one.
The browser window is not as necessary right now, right?
Yeah, you're right. Alrighty, and then we do npm run start. No, apparently that's not an option. npm run serve. That's the one. And now we get a server. And I hate whoever. Oh, Jesus. It's unhappy about. Oh, it's because it's not in double. Well, who put prettier in this? Fucking linting. Alright, Firebase config is assigned a value and never used.
Right there, you say var Firebase config.
Yeah, but why don't I ever use it? I really feel like that's some important information that should probably get used at some point.
Does it in db.js? Did you like split the code to where?
Great question. Yeah, it should. All right, let me go back to the getting started, because that's what I'm doing. You can you gotta. Yeah, I don't totally understand how it knows all the information to connect properly. Because normally, the way I remember it is you would pass viewfire that config object, and it would use that to connect.
Yeah, I'll look up something. I think there's a way to, like, when you initialize Firebase or Firestore or something, that you give it the DB. Let me see if there's a point where you create an app. It's an app equals firebase.initialize app, and then you would pass it in the Firebase config.
All right, so let's find initialize app. Is that? Where'd you find that? In getting started?
In one of the notebooks that we did a while ago.
Oh.
but
Oh,
it's
initialize
still just
app.
Firebase.
So you just pass it into initialize app, the whole object, the whole config object.
Yeah.
Okay. But right now we only pass it the project ID. I guess it's the whole. Okay, all right, I get it. I'm catching up with you. So instead of this nonsense, we do the whole thing. Firebase config. Oh man, I have it in view, but I wish that I had it in the other one. In Brave, because I think I have the Vue plugin in Brave. Localhost 8080. Yep, so at least the app is running, and then I wish there was a way to check. I guess I'll open the database on here so we can watch it. Because then I have to like make, a real-time database. Create database, that's what I want. Start in test mode. Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
It makes it pretty easy to get started.
Fucking dope. So what I want to do is sort of follow their instructions and write an object to this, and it should show up. It should change it if I do everything right. So let me remember, we want to write to the database. Wait, back to getting started. Because there was... Yeah, here we go. So when you do new view, let me move this over. Basically, you initialize the collection that you want. I guess I should add one that we'll call it map points or something like that.
Okay.
Map points. I don't totally remember if I need that or not, but oh Jesus, what did I do? Oh, maybe I can do it from global expand. No, it's kind of a confusing interface. Map points and value. We'll just do. Can I just make it null for now? I feel like I'm not doing this right.
I don't know. Maybe use the code way to set an object first, and then.
Well, you can set it to like text first. I mean, that's a good enough start. We'll just set it to some text instead of an object. So when you do new view, you can set your data, and it's going to be an object that returns an empty to-dos. But for us, it's called points, which is pretty exciting. And then you add this extra Firestore object, which sort of like points at the right thing. So points is going to be DB collection. And I guess I should do our weird name.
Yeah, I think so.
And also use double quotes so the app's not mad at me. Hey. Whoa. Oops. Nope. Copy, please. There we go. So let's give that a try. So now I still don't have, do I have the Vue plugin? I guess I'll install the Vue Chrome plugin, because that'll help me debug if I'm actually seeing that actually appear in any way. So let's see. Add to Brave, add extension. Great. Do a refresh. And it should, if you inspect, there should be a View tab now that it's local. Yes, and there is. Great. So we have our app. Ooh, it's not a great sign though. It doesn't have anything but a route. And it should have our collection. I import DB from DB, which is right.
and DB is exporting them. Can you also like console log something? I don't know.
Well, there should be an empty points in here if this is working the way I understand anyway. Or maybe it's in, it's in root. My bad. So it's in root, and we have an empty points. I think that's right. So let me make a button in app that adds to points or something like that.
Nice.
I'll do it in Hello World. I'm gonna make this smaller. I'm gonna go insane. So does this get
you probably
points?
delete a lot of crap. Well,
or I might just import. I might just re-import DB because that's what cool people do. So we'll do this. Import DB, and then maybe something like that.
No, wait. It's gonna have points. So you just want to be able to push onto the points. I don't think you need to do this.
You think I can just do it? Like I can just.
This should just have points available, right? Inside.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Where you pass it in. Where is it called from? Is there like an index or an app.view?
Yeah, it's called from app.view. But I'm just gonna. I just
want to look at app.view. See if. Oh, okay.
Before I forget what I'm doing. Well, and it'll just be like on click. Set. How do you set data? DB is defined but never. Oh, that's true. That's because I did that. Okay, so now, there's an empty button because I'm done. So we'll call it like set data, or just like make the data something. And why is that?
Oh, I see it.
And then we want, what do you call it, methods. And then we'll do set data as a function. And it'll be what? Points dot push hey. Right? That's how fucking programming works, right?
Yeah. Well, points. Where does points come from?
Great
I think
question.
you just say like.
Is it this dot root dot points? Or something?
Maybe.
That seems right. All right, so where are my various windows at? So we got this one and we got this one. And it should say hey when I press the button. But it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
Where's the... I think you should pass the points in app.
I think you're right about that, buddy. So we'll go to app.view and we'll do router view. Goodness gracious. Home. Hello world, and then we'll do points is points.
Yeah.
Oh no. You have to bind it.
Oh yeah, with the colon.
Yep. But where does it get points from? This like hello world is nested on nested. So you have app.view and then you have router view. I guess you could pass router view points too.
Does it have points? Well, can you look in?
App doesn't have points.
Yeah, look in the props here.
It's in root.
So its data is just route.
Well, you can just do.
It has 11 in there. But if you. Okay, and look in. What? Firebase is different though.
Yeah. Well, if I refresh.
Because you're looking at.
Yeah, so it's in root. So I might make this points this, well, it'll be root dot points. Something like that.
Are you sure it's supposed
Well, when you add it, it adds it locally. Maybe I should make it. How do you make? I feel like this interface used to make more sense last time I looked at it.
like to make it an array?
Yeah, like had yes, exactly. Can I import JSON? Oh, I don't want to do that.
I think if you just delete the test part and then you click the plus.
No, this doesn't do anything for me. It's expand.
No, like click into the test, not that X, because that's deletes everything. But just delete the text itself. Like click into it and delete the characters you typed. And then now that it's null.
Well, should I make it null?
Make it.
Okay.
Yeah, because now it lets you do the plus.
Oh.
If you make it, like A1, B2, or whatever,
Can it be in a can it?
No. Yeah, I guess you do want points, but then points has to have like an empty thing in it, probably. Yeah, this is where I was talking about. The other thing is you could just run JavaScript that sets.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Hard code the array in your view in like db.js
that's
or whatever.
That's what I want. Well, maybe I should start doing this stuff in app.view.
You'll just run it once.
Let me get out of this router. You know what I mean? Like, well, we might want a router later, but who gives a shit?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And then we'll do a button, same deal from Hello World. We'll just steal the button. Oops. Did not copyright. Nope. Come on, button. Wise rep. There we go. And then we need to steal the method also. Oh, it already does. That's so interesting. Mm-hmm. After I do this, I'm going to go back to. It doesn't even have any script. Great. I did this too soon. We want methods, which is an object, which inside it has set data. Can you prettify this for me? What do you call that in VS Code? Prettier. Create. Don't feel like dealing with that. So now we have, even more simpler. We have points. Oh, and it has 7 in them. So I refresh. Points now it has 0, and now when you click it, it continues to have 0.
It's not.
Click set data.
Are you sure here it's not just this dot points?
This dot. Yeah. That's a good point. No, I don't think it is because that's we're in this. You know what I mean? I'll refresh. Yeah, no. I'm gonna need to sit down to think about this.
Well, I would just run this not on a button.
Well, the button's working great.
You want to get the data passed through. So home, what's in main.js? That's another question I have.
It just sort of initializes everything.
Apps data, okay. And there's like some index.js or something that just has a very basic. Because what's in the router then? Like, there's got to be an easy way to say.
Well, we don't have the router. So we make the DB, we set it all up, and then we reference the DB in main. Please stop yelling at me, Kat. I'm just trying to do a live stream. It's not going well for me either. Um, so I set points to be this collection from the DB that I already configured. So at the point of like root, there should be points with like stuff in it. I guess that's another question is why when this loads, it's an empty array when like that's not what my source data looks like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you set the default value is an empty array, so maybe when Firebase doesn't get anything back, it doesn't change it.
Yeah, but like if
So you see a little plus button?
yeah,
Like, let's try this again, where you just put a string and a number, and just like
test one. Oh yeah, okay, that works.
yeah.
So points should
And
be
then
that.
I think you can like
Yeah, it's still empty. That's so weird.
try.
Try what?
I don't know.
I'm
Does the
gonna go back to the
Firestore
getting
thing?
started thing. I feel like it'll tell me Dakota. So recent. Okay, so my new thing. Let's call it home. Oh no, I took home out of here. So we'll do. Go way back in time.
Yeah.
So we'll keep our router back. And then we'll go to home. And then I think I was on a roll with what I was doing before. We want to import DB from DB.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then,
So we should be doing this in here instead of in main.
yeah, like in each component. And it's called points, and we don't know what it is. And then we have.
Well, we should make it a empty array anyway, I think. Right?
Yeah, but to like test that it's working, it's gonna have that. I don't know what it's gonna have. It's gonna be like an object with that test one situation in it, and then
That's right.
points will be DB collection, and then is that the name of the thing? I guess it's the name of the thing inside it, which in our case is FR map 517B9. Great stuff. Right? That's my understanding. So now, oh, I made it unhappy. Data. Oh, it should be a function.
Your return.
Data property and component must be a function. Oh, I did it too early. What do you mean you don't have a DB? Oh, because I'm in a component. Okay, so we have our root with a points, but then we have a home with a points, also empty. And a hello world with a points. Why are they all empty?
Oh, when you do set data,
I don't really
wait,
set any data. Oh, return. I see what you're saying.
like,
But this, okay, so
well,
basically
you're
when
still doing dot root
where? Oh,
in the
and
method, in the hello world method.
yes, you're correct about that.
So it should just be points.
This dot points dot push, you're saying?
Oh, yeah, and I guess points should be a prop, right? Because we're
Yes.
passing it in from.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, or maybe we should be doing the DB thing here.
Well, that's why I went up to home. I think it'll be slightly easier to understand here, is my idea. We don't need hello world, right? And we don't need to do any passing. We just want to have fucking points dot length. basically.
Yeah.
Hello,
Oh, you
hello.
still link component hello world.
DOM.
Still there.
Well, not enough things. 0. And then try add a button.
Oh, where's your button?
Make a new one. It'll be click equals points. Is that how you can? No. Nope. Yep. Points equals hey. Close up our weird little function and make Firebase say hey. All right. Oh, okay. I made that 3. I don't know how or why I did that. Oh, because it's a okay. All right, fair. What about you over here? Nothing. No change.
If you want to directly manipulate it, it can't be as a prop, maybe.
Well, it's not a prop in here. Like we just do it the way it says.
Wait, when you look at their data, how do they tell you to add one, like to push one? Look, it says this dot bind,
Writing to database.
and then
oh, I see. You're. I think it. I felt like it did it automatically for you though. But okay, I'll follow. So instead of this kind of click, it should be. It'll be like set data, and then we'll make another set data method.
oh, we got Nate Rooney in the chat.
Yo.
Real-time fire status map.
That's a pretty
Hallie,
cool
actually,
idea.
Yeah, that is a cool idea. We're kind of trying to get something set up that would let us make any kind of map like that that's helps you real time manage some data. So we could make that a stretch goal or one to. I think right now we're just focused on getting a. Oh, it's Nate from Visually.
Oh shit!
What's up, man?
Shoutouts, throwback.
Yeah, long time no see.
The Twitch world is small.
That's how we all.
This is the. Yeah,
great.
that was the genesis of all of this.
I mean, Visually, I met originally, right? Working that summer 9 years ago, and Nate was there. Yeah, I learned a lot about design from you guys, and Paul too.
I learned a lot from Nate too. Yep. Yeah, Paul's off in the woods now. Somewhere. I see Instagrams of him motorcycling.
Oh man! So Nate's also right. He did a lot of motion graphics.
Oh shit! Yeah, it would be sick to show Nate the animation stuff.
Yeah. We were this close. We were this close to using Adobe Character Creator to animate ourselves on the stream. Instead of our pictures, there'd be these.
We did like a little test last night. I'll drop it in the chat. But I was really enjoying being a virtual app, like not having my actual face. You know what I mean? Like being able to be a cartoon character.
I know it's so hot right now. It's like 95 degrees here, and
yeah,
I'd just be a drawing. It'd be great. Here, I'm gonna pretend this was true. Oh no, Zoom's like blur.
Oh yeah, that
doesn't let me.
You're not allowed to show that.
I'm gonna switch to my other camera. Did it show?
No, now you're gone. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's the overhead camera?
Yeah. So these are all just different mouth frames. Yeah. Anyway. Oops. I messed up. Excited to try it soon. It's too hot. Computer can't run it.
Yeah, we're really
Yeah,
struggling against.
EJ plays a great fish, actually.
I love being a virtual character.
You did like a great little like scoot, curious scoot, you know?
You know, it
That
really,
was some Pixar
it
shit.
is like puppeteering. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like you have to like control like your face and like what your fingers are doing and stuff. I think I don't know if I could code and do that.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so we're getting closer. It's now complaining that the thing I'm trying to set isn't an object, which is great because it isn't. Now what's it upset about?
Oh, I think for the doc, you want it to be like the name of the field because you had like dot doc. Instead of
Yeah.
naming it the same as a collection, name it like test or whatever you had in Firebase.
Oh, but that's I see
So
what you're
it's like
saying.
fire blah 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 dot test.
What's it upset about? Oh, I'm just late. Okay, got it. All right. Did I do it? No, I don't
It
think
says
so.
like there's an error, could not reach cloud backend.
Cloud data store. Cloud.
Oh,
Let's
you wanted to
refresh.
set up the cloud console side of it. It's not
What is
cool.
this? Yeah, that isn't cool. What's happening now?
It's no bother, Nate.
Uh
It's
oh,
great
I
that you.
forget this. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, thank you, Nate, for hanging out. What mode do I pick?
Oh, I think is that what? There's just two.
Yeah, real time updates.
I think native mode. Yes,
I think so
yes.
too. And I'll put it in the United States. Seems good, right?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Is this why it wasn't working? Because I didn't have like an actual database, like a big old dummy? Is that why the interface looked
I
all
mean, it
weird and
didn't
different?
like if you think about it, you click through Firebase and you did everything. Like it should just be maybe it's not supposed to be a Fire store. It's a Fire base or something. I don't know.
What the fuck are you saying right now?
Yeah, that's what it gives you two choices in native Firebase
Yay, it's
store.
ready.
See, you call it Fire store.
Oh yeah, and
I
it
don't know
should
what
be
I'm
called
talking about.
Firebase Map. Yeah, this is way more what I'm used to. So collection ID will be points map, right? And we'll hope that that's free. And then a weird ass document ID, which will be points map. I'm confusing myself with this.
Oh no, make that points.
Points. And then field name will be point, and one day this will be an object full of great things, but for now it'll just be, they call them maps. And we'll do text, and we'll say, hey, save. Great, this is way more what I wanted. So DB collection points map, and doc is points. And then points is DB collection points map. Oops. Maybe this will be what we want. Missing or insufficient permissions. Great. How do I make this accessible to everyone in the world? Project settings?
Privacy and security?
I
No.
thought there should be a way to do it. Well, it might be IAM at the very top.
Is it in roles? I think it might be IAM too. Oh geez.
No, there's a Firebase. Oh, okay, actually, let me look it up then because that's.
I'm just gonna keep clicking things. Settings. Settings. Okay, access transparency. What the fuck is that?
Oh, Google's error. Setting Firebase error.
Cloud Firestore security rules. There's got to be a place to write these security rules. Make sure to set up IAM for Cloud Firestore.
Okay. IAM roles. Recommendations log? What the fuck is that? Add? No.
I think there's roles, data source, store viewer, or user. Oh, it seems complicated.
Yeah, this seems wild complicated. I don't remember it being this complicated.
I feel like the Firebase one isn't. Like if you go in the Firebase tab where it's like what the rules are, maybe check there. Like in your Firebase client.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get out of this garbage. Oh, I feel like... Here we are. Cloud Firestore. There we go.
Yeah, there's a little service.
Rules. Oh my god, yeah, now we're talking. Experiment with rules. Allow read. What the fuck? Is there a one that just gives everybody permission to do everything?
Just say true, just if true instead of false. And that's it. It'll open it to everybody.
Sick. Alright. And we want to go back to it so we can watch it update, should it ever update. I feel like it did update because it says hey now.
No, that's what you said originally.
Okay, I got excited.
I think if you click it, it might.
Yeah, there we go. Now I'll make it push instead of just that. So I'll do this dot points equals this dot points. Points dot push.
No, I think you can actually, instead of,
so I could add a bunch, right?
You want to do this? Wait, I don't think you want to do this dot points equals this dot points dot push.
Is that not how things work? Is this more how things should work?
Well, I think when you push it, doesn't it just stay on there? Yeah.
You might be right about that. Seems unhappy.
Yeah, you don't need to set the this.points equals new points. But I think there's something else going on. See how like it wrote hey hey in a weird way? Like you scroll up a little bit,
Yeah.
your collection, no, not in the code, in the Firebase
Yeah.
console. You know, so it's okay. The field name is hey and the text is hey. So yeah, so that
Yeah.
worked.
That did work. Yeah, exactly. But now I want to add new ones to it. So I have points. Should I be able to just do this.points.push? Right?
I think, yeah. Are you sure we don't need to do the bind thing?
Set data must be an object. Oh, because it's a fucking array. That's why. Well. Guess I'll make it an object then. No, you don't like that either. Oh, I see. We'll do this dot points dot array. Just call it array and make it an array. Like we're a bunch of geniuses. Property push of undefined.
I think so. Firebase is officially against arrays somehow.
Is that
Reading
true?
this.
No, they let me do
Yeah.
it. Look at them. Look at them. They let me do it.
What?
Oh boy. Go away. Oh, I see. It's because I'm dumb. That's not right. I wish.
Memory property push of undefined. Oh, can you log out this dot points in the set data function before you do anything?
Yes.
No, above that. Right, yeah, there you go.
But it's in set data, so I do this. It's an observer. It has an array with one thing and a hey.
Wait, so, but it's, you open it up, the zero thing is array. So you have to, you're doing this dot points dot array, and you do this dot points dot zero array. So it's kind of set up weird.
Yeah, this is terrible. If I wasn't live streaming, this would be arranged a lot better, I think. What I want is on set data just to add something to points and then update it in Firebase. Let's get rid of my haze. They're so confusing.
All right. So in your code, points has an array. So do points and then access the 0th element. No, right below the console log.
I know, I just want to get rid of that because it's going to confuse me also. Right below the console log. Yes.
So this dot points, do like this dot point 0 dot array.
Oh, instead?
Just end that. Yeah. With a square, yeah.
With a square.
With the square.
Set with invalid data because this dot points is not an object. It's an array. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, you can't do that. Well, you do like if. No. There isn't. It should have that already.
But when you open it, the thing you're console logging this dot points.
Yes.
You're trying to bind your points. Your points is bounded the DB collection.
Should I
this
not
is
even
like, I
set
think
this?
why
Should I not even
no,
do
you
that?
should. I think no. So check. You bound it to that collection, but then you're accessing the collection and setting this dot points. I don't think you should set this dot points. You should set the array.
This dot
And
points
you can do the
dot array, you mean?
I would save the above. I would save the reference to the array, right? Where you're saying like the array you care about, right under the console log should be like let my points or my array or some shit, right? Because you use points a lot. Yeah. Now let's console log that. And then instead, I would do new, or well, yeah, I guess you can see what it says.
Yeah, it's undefined.
It says undefined because I think that's where you have to get. It's not this dot points dot array. It's this dot points 0 0 or something like that.
No, but this is a
Like
collection.
open up the observer that we logged out.
Yeah.
Zero
I see what you
ID
mean.
is points, right?
This dot points
And
dot
it's the
zero
array.
dot zero dot array.
Yeah, you can close the square bracket and the 0.
Sorry. Array. Okay, so now it is something.
And so then do points array dot push, I think.
And then we should, that's what should be what we set as well, right?
I think it should be dot doc. Don't do it yet. Dot doc
Okay.
points dot array. I think right there. You can put that in the string. I think
Really?
you can access it. Yeah, I think you can do it.
That's crazy.
Maybe not.
No,
What does it say?
invalidate it's because it doesn't like that it's an array. It wants it to be wrapped.
Oh, well, that's gonna make.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's doing something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see it made this points dot array thing, you weirdo. That's not, I've never heard of that. Get out of here with this. Just get rid of this nonsense. So now we have points, and now we want to add things. Yeah. Oh no, it added
Oh,
one.
okay. If you just set it to be array instead of points array. See, when you do dot set, you're passing in an object, whereas points array is points array. Try setting that to be array. No, you want the object, but just do array colon points array.
What do you?
Trying to match what's in the Firebase.
What do you mean? You just do points array? What do you, when you say dot set? We're setting this collection. So
Yeah,
you have points array. So you're saying
Right. You want to call it points array is what you're doing. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
No, I
you
just
put
did
it
not-
in the brackets.
as if it were an array?
Well, I was giving it a name. It's like you're setting the key and the value when you do that dot set.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Points array is points array.
Yeah. So that's why I said if you wanted to call it something else like array to have it be what you originally had.
Push of undefined. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it's because it's
Because you're
not
getting
points
array,
0.
you changed it to, yeah,
Got it.
so that could be points array.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, you're pushing things to an array.
Now we're
Fuck yes.
yeah. That was like trials and tribulations, truly, just to get the bare minimum going. But I guess whatever. I hope somebody learned something from that, either now or in the future.
Yeah.
It's almost like I didn't get paid a lot of money to do that for many different people. I swear to God, I'm better at it when there's not, a few people watching, I guess. Okay, so now we can add things, but instead
That's
of
good.
being hello world hi, I think it should be an object that's a lot more like lat, long, and probably text to start.
Nice.
So let me clear out points array. And I wonder if I'm going to break everything once I do that. Yeah, so now I need an array called points array. With nothing in it, please. Thank you. Now can I add things? Yes, great. So
Yes.
now I add lats and longs.
Nice. Can we display the length? It should be
I
different.
thought I was doing that. Yeah, it should change, huh? I have points length. Oh,
But I think
it's not. It's points. Yeah. It's points.
Can you
dot points array dot length. Uh-oh.
No, because it's gonna be that weird 0 and 0 thing again. So I think if you save points array, like how you set Firestore points, right?
Yeah.
Can you scroll down to the bottom? Can you also do points array and do db.collection.points array blah blah blah?
I don't think that's the right way to do it.
Like .doc. So, no, I mean you still have to give it the collection, but then
No.
well, on the top you
db.collection, not collection. I see. I already did the collection. None of this seems
But you're
right.
still
No, hold on.
but you
hold on.
didn't change the template at the top. No, hang on. No.
No, all of this seems so wrong. This is definitely not how I've done it before.
Because I think one of the things I want to get to is the references. So can you go to the top and see if we can use points array now?
Sure. How? I guess we'll make it
The same way you were trying to get the points length. Yeah, you do that too.
Yeah, no, this isn't the right way to do this.
Make them, but don't make them both arrays, not null, when you initialize them. Points should be two. So.
I'm sorry. This is not at all the way I would do it. So let me think about this a totally different way, because that's not the right place to do that. So we have points array, which is inside points. And what you want to just know the length of it. Mm-hmm. So we can do computed And that would be points array is function. Let's see. Oops. Return this nonsense. And then this should be same deal, points array dot length. And what's it unhappy about? Error, duplicated points array. So I must have made it someplace else. Where did I do
Data.
that? And data? Oh, nice. Thank you. Points array is already defined in data. It's not true. Kind of read properly points array undefined. Points array of undefined. This dot points.
Oh, if
Oh,
this at points.
it would be like if this dot points 0, right?
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, return an empty array. You don't want it else.
There we go.
Nice.
And then we could probably display them as well, right? So we'll do div, and I don't know why it didn't close it for me, but close it. And then we'll do JSON stringify points array. Is there a way to make it nice when you stringify it? How do you tell it to, you give it like a tab or something?
Oh no.
Right?
No, or no, you know, and then you comma 2. And if you put it inside a pre instead of a div, I think it will like
Is that the way to go?
format it nicely. Yeah,
Hey!
sort of
Where's,
centered, I
where's
guess,
style?
probably because of the app or something.
oh yeah. I did some terrible shit. There we go.
Nice.
It's got 24 now. Let me delete all them. What I should really do is just, oh, never mind. There used to be a way to like export as JSON, and then it could be like my initialization JSON, but whatever. All right, so we add a point, it shows up. So now comes the fun part. Should I,
Oh, you know what you could do? Sorry. I'm interrupting your fun part thing. But what you just said kicked in. You could comment out a line of code in your set data that just sets it to an empty array instead of setting the pushed value. And then if you like want to just quickly reset your database for yourself, just like,
you're saying like that, like a function?
oh, I guess you could have a button to do that. Yeah.
I mean, just for now.
Yeah. Even better. So then just do the db.collection part and pass in points array as an empty array instead of the thing that you set up.
How do I get this to auto format? It's driving me insane. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
did it. Okay, great. All right. I feel like 10 million times better. Whew. How do you make it
Nice.
do that on save? How do you make it
I
format
thought
on
it
save?
set it, like I thought when you set it up it was supposed to. Or maybe it's been a while since I've set up my view
Whatever.
configs and stuff.
I'm alright with it. Alright, so we have our initialized data and our set data. So now we need a fucking map, Brody. So what I need is Mapbox. And to remember how to include it in view, let me Google Mapbox GL view. And I don't want to use a plugin or any of that. I just want to do it like a normal person.
There's the npm module at the top.
I guess it's client side, so should I just include it? Oh,
Wait.
no, this is good. Yeah, I'll put the CSS in the head of my index.html. And npm install mapbox.gl.
I'm reading the same thing.
So the next step basically is, now that we have the ability to add new things to our Firebase database with latitudes and longitudes, we want to make them show up on a map, and then beyond that, make it so you can add new ones by clicking on the map. So let me check out this link that you just tried. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, buddy.
Nice.
So let's see, home. We have our access token. I guess I'll add that. Access token. I'll add you later. And then, oh, mounted. That's a good idea. So this is the function that is called on mount only once. Oh my god. And I'm just gonna copy their shit because I don't give a fuck. Oh, except I don't have mapbox.gl yet, so I'll import that. Steal from the best.
Reading this one, the one thing I'm going to wonder about is keeping the Mapbox markers in sync.
What do you mean?
Add markers to a map. Because like someone clicks, right, it adds it to the map, but then you add it to Firebase, but then you don't want Firebase to add it to the map again, or like.
That all happens via magic. That requires 0 cognitive overhead, if I recall correctly. Why do you think? I remember my Mapbox information.
You can make a draggable marker.
Uh-oh. I don't know my Mapbox password. I guess I'll reset it.